Hello, everybody. It's Rob Speciale. I hope everybody's doing okay. It is almost 12 o'clock here on March 20th, 2020 AD. I want to make a quick video because Barbara was just talking to another teacher, and I realized that perhaps not everybody uses Google Classroom. So I wanted to make like a really quick video on how to set up a Google Classroom should you need to do so during this time that we are home trying to reach out to your kids. So if you go to the website classroom.google.com, yours is not going to look like this. I have Google Classroom for every section, and it also shows any Google Classroom you are a member of. So, like, I'm taking classes that use Google Classroom. So, yours might look blank, yours might have a couple in there. This is going to look different. The only thing that you really need in terms of setup is this little plus sign over here where it says create or join class. Click on that. You're going to get two choices. Excuse me. Join class or create class. What you want to do to create a new class would be obviously create class. Click on that. You're going to have to fill out some information. So I'm just going to do test. Section, if that's relevant to you for an elementary teacher, that might not necessarily be an important thing. Section, usually for high school and middle school, English 6th grade or, science 8th grade or whatever. Subject, once again, you can put information there if you'd like. Room, not really relevant to what we do, right? So I'm just going to put some stuff in here. Blah, blah, blah. Create. Going to take a second. I have a decent internet connection here. If you have a slower one, this will take a little bit longer. But this will take a moment or two. While we're waiting for that, I'm going to email from Dr. Wiseman. There we go. Okay. So here's like your main screen. This sort of looks like a social media platform, but for students and a teacher. I'll let you explore some of the other stuff on here, like selecting a theme, uploading a photo to change this background thing. What you care about is this class code. Okay. And if you hit the display button, it makes it big on the screen. Like if we were in school, that would be relevant. You care about that class code. What you want to do is hit people and then add students. So if I'm going to invite students, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with Daniel Speciale since I have access to his account. So say I'm adding that student, I'm going to add this student, and it brings up the whole contact list of the school district. So you can find anybody in the CCSD here. So I can even find oldest daughter. There we go. What the heck is her icon? I gotta look at that later. And hit invite. It will fire off an email to them that they're invited. So if you look at their email, they'll get a link, and then you'll see that they turn on for this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add. I'm going to try this because I've never tried it before. I'm going to try my personal email and hit invite. Can't invite student because they're not in the domain. Okay, so I can't invite my personal email account, so cancel. I'm going to invite. I'm going to invite Barbara. I do have access to her email. I'm going to hit invite. So we're going to pretend that's a student. Now I'm going to log into her email account so that you can see what this invite looks like for a student. Oh my God, her email box is a mess. There we go. All right. So they'll get an email that says this, da 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 da. When she hits join, this is what it looks like for the student. If they have multiple Google accounts, it'll say, well, who are you? She's got to choose the school one. Join class. I'm going to say join. That takes a second. Now she's in. This is what it looks like to the student. Okay. So now they're in. You, as the teacher, will then see if you go back in and out. Right. And sometimes it takes a second for this to update. This will populate and say that she's in. There you go. Okay. And that's it. Assigning classwork, you can experiment with this. Usually what I do is either create assignments or just create a, like if I'm sharing a link with the students. I was like, oh, check it out. Here's like a really cool website. Khan Academy.org. Add link and say, here is a cool site. And then share that, post it. That will go on the feed of all the students. And if she's logged in, you'll say, hey, it's updated. Show that. That's what it looks like to the student. Student would click that. It'll open up in another tab and go to whatever resource you shared. You can also go, I'm going to delete that. Delete. You can also go to classwork and create an assignment. There's a lot of steps with this. If you'd like to explore this, or if you want me to do a separate video, I will. But basically, title, instructions. You can add some attachments to this if there's other documents you need. Create, meaning you can create a like template of a Word doc, a Google document rather, for the students to use. You can assign points to it, a due date. You can do this by topic. Just to show you what that looks like, I am going to open up one of my established classes to show you what that looks like. Let's go to cybersecurity period 1. So if I go to classwork, they did this article here, right? And if you go to instructions, you type in the title, the instructions. When students turn things in, you'll see these documents here. And then you can grade it. You can actually grade it on here. Usually, if it's a small class, I just do it manually. But you can kind of do all this kind of fun stuff. So I'm kind of rambling, so I'll stop right there. Get your Google Classroom set up, and if you want me to make another video on how to do all that assignment stuff or some of the other details, let me know. Later.